So hello everyone and welcome to the channel. So in this video I'm going to talk about post-study work visa. So I was just seeing these pigeons and you can see this clip which is coming on your screen. Here pigeons are not scared at all from you. So I was really close to them and none of them ran away. Whereas in India, if I was just standing over there and the pigeons were just there on the back, they would have flied till now. So pigeons are really kind of brave over here. So in terms of post-study work visa, which I want to talk in this video, is that okay, so you know about post-study work visa, it is still there, it's still running in the UK. So all those fake news which was on the other YouTube channels that it's getting close and blah blah blah. So none of that is true. So if you're coming here in the September intake 2022, you finish your degree successfully, your master's, bachelor's, more than 12 years, the degree, even if it's diploma, which is more than 12 years, you're still eligible to get this post-study work visa for 2 years. And if you're coming here for PhD, again, you'll be able to get this post-study work visa for 3 years. So you know that this scheme is running. So my topic of discussion is that why you shouldn't really depend on the post-study work visa alone. What are some of the limitations? What are some of the disadvantages for post-study work visa? Now the very first thing is let's talk about finances a little bit. Okay, now let's say once you come here for your master's degree. Now before, when there wasn't post-study work visa, what the student used to do was that when they are in their master's program, during that time they used to look for a company which will be able to sponsor them for a worker visa. And the main role of post-study work visa for 2 years is to also get this worker visa eventually. So as I was mentioning that before, when the student used to come for the master's degree, for that 1 year when they used to do their master's degree, they were able to find the job essentially, and they were able to transition for this 5 years of worker visa. And after 5 years they were able to get the permanent residency, and thereafter after 1 year they used to get the British citizenship. Now the thing with PSW is that, now I agree this so in my opinion, this should be your backup plan. Okay, if you're not able to get this thing which I mentioned previously, that in the masters, if you're not able to get that job, then only you have to think about PSW. But your main mindset has to be that when you're doing your master's degree, to actually not rely or not depend on PSW, but target of the worker visa, which will eventually able to get the PR, permanent residency, in the UK. Because now the thing with PSW is that, let's say if you spend 2 years on this PSW, the very first thing is that you need to apply for this PSW once you finish your masters. So that cost will be around 1,000 to 2,000 pounds. Now after the 2 years, again you need a worker visa. As I mentioned, eventually you need a worker visa to stay here in the UK. So in order to get the worker visa, again you're going to pay at least 2,000 to 3,000 pounds. So essentially in this 2 to 3 years for this immigration thingy, you're paying about 4,000 to 5,000 pounds, which is a lot of money. Now as I mentioned, that PSW treat as a backup plan, but let's say once you're doing your masters and you're straight away able to get this job in the company which is able to sponsor you, and you fulfill the 70 points and you're able to get this worker visa. Let's say if you have done that, so essentially you are saving a lot of money as well. And the other thing is you're also saving your time. Now let me explain this point. Now let's say if you're coming here for an undergraduate degree, and one of the way to get permanent residency in the UK is to stay here for 10 continuous years. So before, in 2012, there used to be this PSW thingy. So what the student used to do was, let's say they finished their 4 years of bachelor's degree, they used to come on 2 years of PSW. Then again, anyways, they stay here for 10 years. Maybe they do diploma courses 1 year each, they do some master's degree, some PhD, whatever. They stay here for 10 years. But at PSW time, the 2 years used to be counted towards a permanent residency. It used to be counted as a continuous stay. Okay, whereas now if you be on this PSW, it doesn't count towards a permanent settlement. So essentially this 2 years is just you're not eligible to get that PR after 10 years based upon this 2 years of PSW which is staying here in the UK. I hope I'm clear here, you're able to get my point what I'm trying to say. So all I'm going to say is that 2 years of PSW doesn't count to get a permanent residency. Okay, so what you need to do is that whenever you come here for your master's degree, bachelor's degree, don't just depend upon post-study work visa, this PSW. Just treat this as a backup plan. The very first thing has to be that when you are in your own country, try making a CV, try making your cover letter. When you come here in the UK, let's say if you've done your exams in December, try updating your CV, put down your marks, put down the assignments you have been doing over there, then essentially start applying your jobs from January onwards. And the other thing is that when you're coming here on a student visa, let's say for master's degree, so if it's a 1 year program, you get I think 3 or 4 months extra extra. So try utilizing that 3-4 months to get this job in a company which will be able to sponsor you for a worker visa, rather than just like relying on this PSW. So PSW, the main point, the conclusion of this video is PSW is a backup plan, but your main target, the mindset has to be that when you're doing your master's degree, when you're like finally finishing your bachelor's degree, you should be able to get this worker visa for 5 years, stay here for 5 years, and if the plan is for settlement, then after 5 years you're going to get the permanent residency, and after 1 year you're going to get the British citizenship. So that is the all point of this video. So anyone who's coming to UK, all the very best, and feel free to comment down your doubts in the comment section below. Make sure to like, subscribe the channel. We'll see you in my next video. Cheers, bye bye.